bad horror movies. I love them. Whenever I see a trailer for a horror movie that looks absolutely stupid, you bet your lucky stars that I'm going to watch it one way or another. And today's review centres around a film where I saw the trailer a couple of times in the cinema and I thought to myself, this looks like it's for me. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let me introduce you to
Dolly.
Now, this film is directed by a guy called Rod Blackhurst, and it stars my boy, Seann William Scott. And this movie is about a young Macy who is abducted by a deranged, monstrous figure who wants to raise her as its child. Now, as I said, Dolly just looked absolutely stupid, but self-aware as well. It looked like it was going to be a nice homage to 70s slasher movies, with a load of blood and gore in there, a load of cheesy moments in there. I was expecting a really fun, bad movie. And I watched it a couple of hours ago. And I've got to be honest, guys, this was a weird one. In many ways, I thought the same of this movie as I did with the Michael Jackson biopic. It had everything that I wanted, but it was everything that I feared it would be as well. Make no mistake, this movie has a lot going for it, especially in the technical aspects. I really loved how they shot this movie. They're definitely paying homage to 70s slasher films like Halloween and mainly Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and they shoot it in the style of those films. It's very dirty, grimy, loads of grain all over the screen, and I really like how they do some of the camera movements, very reminiscent of directing styles in the 70s. Following a few shots, which are obviously very modern, but it was a very smart way to shoot this movie because it was obviously taking inspiration from movies from the time. I also think this movie did a really good job with some of the blood and gore effects. When they're doing it practically, it's very over the top. When they're using CGI, leaves a little bit to be desired. I also really loved the design of Dolly. I love that they gave her an actual doll head, put it on her face, smash one of the eyes in so she can see. It looks like this deformed, alive doll. It looked really, really cool. I also really liked the production design of the house and how they shot certain chase scenes and kills. That was all very, very effective. On a technical level, I really have no issue with the film. On a narrative level, I think this movie has a lot of issues. And my main issue with this movie is that it can't decide what it wants to be. It wants to take itself very, very seriously, but it also wants to be very self-aware as well. For every scene where Dolly literally slices a guy's mouth in half, there's a scene where she's having a mental breakdown and you genuinely feel bad for her. At least the movie tries to make you feel bad for her. But I'm gonna be honest, why would I want to sympathise with this woman? She literally grabs people from the forest and forces them to be her child. She literally breastfeeds adults. How can I relate to someone like that? Why do you want me to feel bad for her? I also just didn't really like the protagonists in this movie. They were just very cliche 101 horror protagonists. There is a sense of tragedy because the woman didn't get her ring from her fiancé. That's kind of sad. But other than that, I just didn't feel anything. And one of the main reasons why I didn't feel anything for them is because these characters make the stupidest decisions. For example, there's a moment where Dolly is in a grave and the woman has the upper hand, keeps whacking around the face with a hammer, shatters the doll face into her face. She's knocked out, down for the count. You don't really know she's dead yet. And Dolly has her ring on her. And for some reason, instead of doing the finishing blow, the protagonist goes into the grave and tries to get the ring. And what do you know it? Dolly wakes up and nearly kills her.
What are you doing?
Macy.
You're making me mad!
Just that
Mad!
And then Seann William Scott's character makes a stupid decision. Right at the start of this movie, in the perfect position to propose to his girlfriend, he hears music in the forest. And for some reason, he goes to check where it's coming from. Why are you sacrificing the best moment with your girlfriend to check where some music is coming from? It's just... And speaking of Seann William Scott, I really like this guy. He's in some great movies, and even in some of the worst films that he's in, he's always the best part about it. But unfortunately, he is seriously underused. In the first 15 minutes, he finds Dolly, and Dolly breaks his leg and slits his mouth apart. And he's not dead, but there are several moments where we cut back to him, and all he does is just crawl along the floor. And because his mouth is apart, he can't speak properly, so he just goes... And then he meets up with his fiancée for all of 30 seconds, and then Dolly kills him. What a waste of an incredible actor. And his scenes really hinder the pacing of this movie. This is a 77-minute movie without credits. And it feels like 100 minutes because we're going so slow throughout this story. But I say story because by the end of this movie, I felt like not a lot was achieved and not a lot happened. It is literally just 75 minutes of this woman running around this house, trying to escape from Dolly, and then something really disgusting happens. And usually I'd like that, but I don't care about the characters. I also do think this movie has some technical issues as well, mainly with the sound design. There was one really bad moment where Dolly is tapping her face, and because it's a proper doll face, it like clangs like glass. And the clanging of the glass sounds don't match up with her fingers, so it's like dun 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 dun. I also really wish they committed to making this sound like a 70s movie, because it looks exactly like one, but it sounds very modern, and it was really distracting. I also do think the acting in this movie was kind of all over the place. Seann William Scott looked incredibly bored during this movie, and honestly, I don't blame him. They gave him nothing to do. He cannot show any personality because he couldn't speak properly. Fabianne Therese, I believe that's how you say it. Sorry if I got that wrong. She was okay in this movie. Seemed like she was having a great time. Delivered some emotional moments pretty decently. Yeah, nothing special, but pretty decent. The actress who played Dolly, though, I really liked. Apparently, she's been played by a professional wrestler. That's why she looks really big and tough in there. And she was really good. She acted really threatening when she needed to. And I really liked her little movements as well, like doing that all the time. She does that when she's having a bit of a mental breakdown. She was really good. But unfortunately, Dolly was just not for me. It's what I wanted it to be, but also what I feared it would be as well. It does have its over-the-top moments, mainly when it comes to the gore. But overall, I just thought this movie was very dull. It can't decide what it wants to be. The protagonists are really boring. It's not scary. It's not that funny. They waste Seann William Scott. The acting overall is nothing special. If you're a slasher fan, I think you might enjoy this movie in some places. As for me, Dolly is going to receive a 4 out of 10. And there we go, people. That is the end of this review. If you have seen Dolly, do let me know your thoughts on it. Did you like it? Did you not? Let me know. But I hope you all enjoyed this video, guys. Have a good day, and see you later.